Well, folks, good old Artificer xymox, he's back. This was a pretty underwhelming encounter, and during testing, there was a lot of bugs, so some of it might have changed since then. But the overall strat is generally going to remain the same. It's going to be a primarily single target encounter with occasional ads. The ads are, however, going to be priority, and again, very similar to Vigil and Guardian, they're spread all around. Druids, you're going to stand on top of the boss when the ads spawn and are going to generate Starfall threat. All of the range need to keep kicking. Kicks are going to be really, really important. Those casts cannot get off. The ad need to die really quickly. We're going to use the left half of the arena here, the left half of the arena to place our stasis trap, the same mechanic as, not Sanctum, but one before that, Castle Nathria. All the stasis traps are going to be placed on the left-hand side. The right-hand side is going to remain clean. These traps cannot be destroyed like a Nathria because when you destroy them, they rearm. So before the pull mechanic, Saucy is going to pop Freedom, and Maud, you're going to pop your AMS, and you're going to basically disarm the traps. About 10 seconds after disarming, they rearm. So you really can't get rid of them. We're going to start by placing all the traps in this quadrant of the room. Range, do not be standing on this side, or do not be standing in between star and X. You'll be standing on the left-hand side of the room. Initially, the first rift, the same as Castle Nathria, are going to be placed on X and star. Again, one person, the range will most likely place it on star, and the melee will place it on X. Melee, do not be attacking the boss. Do not be standing around the rift unless you absolutely have to. Okay, basically what's going to happen is we're either going to have to go in to out or out to in. That's the general strat. We're going to place the traps on this side. We stay on the left-hand side of the room. When we have to go in to out, it's going to be called. We're going to go in to out, basically X to star or out to in, star to X to dodge the ring. The tank is going to be placed with a pull mechanic. So what's going to happen is, assuming everybody is following the tank, assuming we have to go in to out, we're going to go to X. We're going to get teleported to star. After the teleport, the tank is going to run towards diamond, and the entire raid is then going to get pulled to the tank. After that happens, we go back to the other side and we continue the fight. The second rift onward, we're going to place it down here so we have more room for the stasis traps. Make sure you do not place the stasis traps in between, guys. It's really, really important. Because every time you get pulled or you move through, if you move over a trap, it will freeze you in position. You can also use all the movement abilities, blinks, shapeshifts, transcendence, all of that works as well to dodge the ring. So the strat again, we're going to stay on the left-hand side of the room, place all our traps on this side. And when the ads spawn, Druids, you're going to stay in the middle. Range, you're going to kick. Maud, you're going to hold your A-bomb limb. We will lust on pull. The second set of ads for us will not have an A-bomb limb. So if we struggle on damage during that set of ads, then we'll use lust for the ad damage. The ads have to die fast because if they don't die in time, they merge into a bigger ad, I guess, that does a lot more damage, and it just gets worse. It does a lot of damage. Healer cooldowns, we're going to rotate healer cooldowns in the ad phase, which is when most of the damage happens. Saucy going to hold Ashen for ad set 1 and 3. The boss is going to die after that. Once the boss gets below 20%, he's going to constantly do rings. There we just have to keep bouncing back and forth between X and square for the most part. The number of traps is going to keep increasing. There's going to be more and more traps. If somebody does get stunned, not the end of the world. Everybody switch to the stun target and destroy the trap. Again, Maud and Saucy, you guys are going to have really important jobs with AMS and Blessing of Freedom. You're going to have to make sure that if there's any stasis traps near here or around the rift, make sure you prioritize those and delete them during the pull. If you see a lot of traps on the blue marker and you're placing the new rift or the new movement, place the rift kind of a little bit off to the side. That's why we leave this area free, where we can kind of keep edging towards the side of the room if the trap count becomes overwhelming. That's really it, guys. There's not much to this fight. Just manage traps. Don't get hit by stuff. Druids, kill ads. That's really it.